All right, guys, Good Boy 32 here. Check it out. Good morning. We're sitting here looking at a couple of different scope mounts, and I'm in the need of scope mounts all the time. And the problem is that when you're testing out a scope, you want to put something that has some decent quality on there. And the reason you're seeing this guy right here, this is a UTG scope that I bought a long time ago. And to be perfectly honest with you, this is like a 3 to 12, and it has turned out just to be a workhorse. I mean, probably not the greatest glass in the world, but it has done its job. I mean, you put the crosshairs on it and you go. So I've always had this thing in the back and always hanging out. But in any case, UTG, they make some pretty good stuff. They've got the UTG American-made stuff. As a matter of fact, here is a hand guard right here. I love these things. This is the UTG Pro. These things are made in America. Leaper's UTG. So when I see something that looks halfway decent, I go ahead and decide to get it. So with all the testing I'm doing with the scopes, and by the way, this is the Monstrum, which is going to go on this particular mount right here. And we'll be doing a full-blown box opening review on this guy later on this week. But I wanted to show you this right here. Searching Amazon, this thing's almost everybody right now has got this guy on sale. You can pick this up for about 35 bucks. And I was impressed with just the way it looked. I mean, if it looks good, it's got to shoot good, right? Well, anyway, 6061 T6 aircraft aluminum. It is all in metric, so 30 millimeter high profile, 50 millimeter offset, whatever that means. But, you know, from what I understand, this guy right here is pretty neat. So let's go ahead and open it up and see how it looks, because I'm going to put it on and we're going to put it to the test, and then we'll just compare it to a couple of these other ones. But look at that. That's nice. You got 3 locking areas right here for your Picatinny rail section. Anodized aluminum, it appears to be. Everybody switching to the torque wrenches. I'm very glad to see that. Let's see, did we get any? Got these things. You've got extra screws. I'm not sure what those are for. You got an extra screw right here and an extra screw right there. Now, one of the cool things, like the Warren, this guy right here, it has all steel inserts in the screw holes right here. So I'm wondering if these guys have followed suit with that stuff. I know a lot of you guys are gonna be saying this is looks pretty good for the money because it's made in China. But again, not everybody has $200 or $300 to put on a scope mount. So these are good options out there. And for what I'm looking at, I'm really impressed. Let's see real quickly what this thing weighs. All right, 5.6 ounces. American Defense is 8 ounces. Of course, the Air Precision, she's going to come in at like 3.4. But this is, well, let's just say this is really light stuff. So in any case, let's go ahead and pull these screws out, because that's what I want to look at. One of the cool things that I like to do is I look at this stuff that's important to shooters, important to the people around, because we can sit here and weigh it out and look good and pretty and everything, but does it work? Does it function? Does it go? So what we're going to do is, yeah, we're going to put that Monstrum on here. We're going to take it out to the field and see how well it works. We're going to drop it, beat it up, and see how she holds zero. All right, so on this guy, these are not, they don't have metal inserts in here. If you've got metal screws and they're on aluminum, then you may have the possibility, there's a chance you could strip them out. But look at the length of threads on there. So I don't think you're going to actually end up with a problem like that. I like how they go ahead and give you extra screws. That's not a bad deal. And I love the torque wrenches, the star bits, these things right here, because I hate Allen wrenches. I can't tell you the number of times I've stripped them out. All right, very smooth in here. So one of the most important parts also is, how does that scope lay in there? Is it going to lay in there smoothly? Is it going to lay in there solid? Is it going to rock back and forth? Is this in alignment with this? Because the last thing I want to do is have to worry about lapping it in. Now, guys, most likely at this level, you're not going to be worrying about lapping in any of your scopes. But look at that. It's got a good fit. I'm digging it. Very nice. Now, I'm almost saying, certain that if they're sending you extra screws, these guys right here are probably not staked. They are on tight though, that's for sure. So these screws will probably just go ahead and come on out all the way. Yep. So they're not tethered at all, which is no big deal. I mean, for $35, you've got yourself a pretty decent looking piece of scope mount. And the biggest thing is, does it do its job? That in itself is the biggest key. Does it work? Very nice. Full contacts all the way across. We'll go ahead and move these guys out of the way here real quick. Let's see how nicely it fits. There you go. I like that. I do like that. I've had people mention to me that this is a really good deal. Let's go ahead and size it up. And again, one of the things that I'm preaching here, guys, is budget. Is what's your bang for buck? Is it going to hold? Is it going to hold zero? I'm not worried about returning to zero because this is not a QD. So that's not something that I really care about. But what I do care about is it going to hold zero. It looks to be promising, that's for sure. A lot of times people will go ahead, companies will include a little dab of blue Loctite on these. These do not have that. That may be something that you would want to consider. Now, in my case, I'm constantly taking scopes on and off of rifles, so it's not really something that's hugely necessary for me. Now, let's go ahead and lay that scope in there. I'm going to put it in there just like that. Let's see where the back end is. Oh, that's perfect. All right, so I'm not going to show you how to install a scope today, but what I am going to do is just put this thing in here. We're going to see how it positions itself. I like those upper cups. All right. So there is some spacing between here and here that we'll have to equalize. A lot of times I'll just go ahead and I'll take a screwdriver. We'll go ahead and back it out a little bit on this side right here, about split it 50-50. So you want that space to be equal here and equal here. We'll go ahead and do the same thing on this side. Once you get that spacing done, you can go ahead and torque them to spec. Which, whatever it is, I don't know. But in any case, there it is, man. This is the Leapers UTG. This thing's $35. And we'll go ahead and do a performance test on it down the road when we do the test on this guy, because we're going to beat it up pretty harsh. One of the couple things I do like about the Monstrum scope is it does have zeroable turrets, as well as it has the up and down on the front. That, in my book, is huge. So anyway, guys, that's it. Let me know what your thoughts are on the UTG Accu-Sync scope ring mount stuff. It's GoToBoy32. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. Support the red, white, and blue. God bless America. God bless those men and women in uniform. 24/7 for our freedom. Freedom's not free. It's GoToBoy32 out. Look at that. Very nice.